Welcome to all. I am Parthiban Palnichami. In this video, I am going to present about regenerative feed heating and bleeding steam turbine. Let's see one by one. First one, regenerative feed heating. The dry saturated steam from boiler enters the turbine at a high temperature and expands isentropically to a lower temperature in the same way as that of Rankine and Carnot cycle. Now the condensate from condenser is bumped back and circulated around the turbine casing. The direction opposite to the steam flow in the turbine. The steam is thus heated before entering into the boiler. Such a system of heating is known as regenerative heating. The regenerative feeding system has some advantages. Let's see one by one. The thermodynamic efficiency increases in the regenerative feed heating. Thermal stresses in the boiler reduces as hot feed water is supplied. Third one, small size of condenser is required. And also the regenerative feed heating system has some disadvantages. First one, cost of plant is increased due to the initial capitalization higher. Then work done per kg of steam is reduced because here we are going to use the water again and again by recirculating in order to the work done per kg of steam is reduced. Complication of the plant increases because we are going to reproduce one more processing circuit in the same steam generation processing cycle in order to the regenerative feed heating will generate some more complicate in the plant in terms of design, in terms of implement, in terms of establishment. And bleeding of steam turbine, the process of draining steam from turbine at certain points during its expansion and using this steam for heating the feed water and then supplying it to the boiler is known as bleeding. At certain stage of turbine, some wet steam is drained out. This bleed steam is then circulated around the pipe leading the feed water to the boiler, where feed water is heated by using steam. Due to the process, the boiler is supplied with hot feed water while small amount of work is lost by the turbine. This is example for the turbine processing. The left hand side, the tapered, the trapezoidal section is represented the turbine, and then that round is represented that generator, and the generator generating the electricity to the outline, and then the bottom circle represented that condenser, and then a feed pump is represented with arrow mark. Then first water heater is located at the left hand side, and second feed water heater located at right hand side. And then the pressure and temperature will be differ because the turbine connected with the feed water heater in the different stages, so that the pressure and temperature of the stages also differ. In the P1, T1 is the initial pressure and temperature respectively. After entering into the steam turbine, steam boiler, the steam can able to enter into the turbine at entrance, which is denoted as P1 pressure and T1 temperature. The governing of a steam turbine, which means The steam turbine governing is the procedure of controlling the flow rate of steam into a steam turbine so as to maintain its speed of rotation as constant, which means where we can able to control the rotating speed of the shaft by controlling the governing. This is look like automotive industries governor, which means when we are supplying the steam, that steam supply will be exceed at the required level, automatically that governor going to brought down that steam opening of the nozzle in order to the steam can't able to provide high pressurized steam in the turbine section. Because of that, we can able to reduce the steam to control the turbine speed. So the second variation in load during the operation of a steam turbine can have a significant impact on its performance, which means the variation of load during the operation we can due to the control unit of the governing system will assist to reduce the variation of the loading performance. If the loading variation of loading will leads to damage of turbine and making some complicate the smooth processing, so that the governing system is essential system to control the turbine. The primary objective in the steam turbine operation is to maintain a constant speed of rotation irrespective of the varying load. This can be achieved by means of governing in a steam turbine. And also the different types of governing of steam turbines are available. So in the next part going to explain about that governing of different types of governing of steam turbine and different types of turbines. So within this I will conclude this presentation. In the next presentation will be discussing from this continuation. Thanks for watching.